attacked by scattered needles. Little mini gun coughs and clears his throat. Adam, you see before we stand. Hey, oh, never be still. The old original favorite line. Grasshoppers, green, a berry and band. And the tune they play is an Erskine fall. So trip, chip, heave and ho, up, down, to and fro. You have no word. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus around. Isn't it good to be lost in the wood? Isn't it bad so quiet there in the wood? Meant even less to me than I thought, with the honey plow of yellow prickly seeds, honey plow yellow and mystic shining feet. Well, the madcap laughed at the man on the border. Hey, yo, half the town, but crime you can't cut kangaroo. For true in their tree they cry. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus around. Hey everyone, welcome to MT Guitar and to another edition of Pink Floyd Friday. We have a unique edition today. We're doing Syd Barrett Octopus. Ever since I started Pink Floyd Friday, we've been having requests for Syd Barrett solo work, which has always been a delight to see. I'm a huge fan of Syd Barrett's solo work as well as the early Pink Floyd catalog. And you don't see too many tutorials or covers or mention of his solo work online. So this is a good chance to get into that. Really fun to dig into the history of where Pink Floyd was at and where Syd was at during this time. So let's kind of go over that a little bit. In the end of '67, Syd was becoming increasingly unfunctional in the band. And Pink Floyd asked David Gilmour to sort of step in to cover the guitar and vocal parts at the shows. But when Syd's situation really didn't improve over time, in about April of '68, the band sort of officially split from Syd. And of course, Syd was the main songwriter. So it was quite a big change for the band. So Syd started recording some solo work with an EMI producer named Peter Jenner. And those sessions didn't go all that well. I think the vocal tracks were unusable. So Gilmour and Waters stepped in '69 to help Syd with this album and start producing it. Especially Gilmour really took on the production role. And this song, when Syd started working on it with Peter Jenner, was called Clowns and Jugglers. And by the time Gilmour stepped in, the name got changed to Octopus. A funny tidbit about this song is that when Syd says the line, "The Madcap Laughs at the man on the border," David misheard Syd and he thought he said "the Madcap Laughs." And Syd just thought that was hilarious and decided to name the album The Madcap Laughs. So on this recording, it's really interesting. David Gilmour's playing bass and drums, right? So really, interesting thing there. This song was released as a single in '69, and it was just a couple months before the Madcap Laughs album released. And, some people say this album's been very influential. David Bowie says it's one of his favorite albums. Quite interesting there. And there's only one live performance that I know of this song from Syd, and that was in 1970, middle of the year. It's on YouTube, but it didn't go so well in terms of the length of time. They played 4 songs, including Terrapin, and the 4th song was Octopus. And I guess Syd abruptly put his guitar down and walked off stage after Octopus. So kind of a sad thing there that Syd's live performance career ended after Octopus. Nevertheless, it's a really wonderful song. Amazing lyrics as well. And the chords are, very bar chord heavy, which is typical of Syd's style. And the strumming pattern is very active. So we have a chance to really dig into some chords here and strumming patterns. There'll be a tab for this on the Patreon at the $2 level where I make Pink Floyd available. So check that out if you would. And remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and the thumbs up. So let's zoom in and get started. All right, so a couple things I forgot to mention in the intro. One is really interesting. David Gilmour did a cover of this within the last 10 years. Pretty sure he's at his home with his family, and he sings it just, him on an acoustic. And it's really impressive because he remembers all the words or close, very close to it, which is amazing because there are so many. So check that out. It's on YouTube. And the other thing to note is we do need to tune to E flat standard. I definitely needed to tune down a half step because of singing it. It was high enough as it was. So go ahead and tune down every string one semitone or one fret, right? So E to E flat, A to A flat, D to D flat, G to G flat, B to B flat, and E to E flat. I think you'll find the trick with this song is really getting the melody and words, maybe not the words so much, but the melody in your head so that you know where to go. Because while there are repeating sections, sometimes Syd will take a little detour or extend an area or cut something short, right? So I'll do my best to make it as simple as possible because really it is just a handful of chords with a pretty predictable string pattern. Once in a while that will change, so I'll let you know. So for this intro, it's actually the first 4 bars of the verse as well. And the string pattern can kind of hold true for the rest of the song. Once you get this string pattern down, you're pretty much good for the whole song, except for a couple exceptions, right? So we have a B bar chord, and we're going to go up, down, down. And on the intro, he mutes it right away. Okay, now E7 like this, up, down, same string pattern. G, C7, and then A7 twice. So that intro is nice and slow. 3, 4. A7 twice. Now the verse starts and it's the same chords, but we don't do the muting accent thing. We just go up, to, even high, up, down, to and fro. A7 for a whole bar. Okay? So it's like up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Okay? And then we start going from B to A, back and forth. Now, Syd went bar chords back and forth, but I tend to prefer this to not wear out my hands so quickly. So you're welcome to do either one, but I'm going to do this one, B to A, 3 times in a row. And this is where he says, trip, trip to an A chord, hide your wings in a ghost tower. 3rd time. On the 4th time, we stay there. Okay, now he goes B, B, B flat, A. Now we have an interesting time where it's a bar of 9/8, which just means a bar of 4/4 with an extra 8th note added. Instead of going crazy trying to count that out, you really just should have the lyrics kind of going in your head a little bit. So let me demonstrate. We start after 3 times of B to A. We have the B, and it's cracked by scattered need B, B flat, little minute gone coughs and clays. Then we start doing a boom chuck for a while. A, ho, never be still. So let's try that. Let's try from B to A, the right here. 3, 4. Trip, trip to a dream dragon. 2nd time, B to A. 3rd time, then back to B. Stay there. Cracked by that B, B flat, little minute gone cuffs, and boom chick, hey, boy, you stand, hey, ho, stay right there. Little favorite grand, grasshoppers green, a berry and band, and the tune they play, we're going to F sharp. Back to the intro. 2, even ho, up, down, C7, and A7 leads us to the chorus. Okay, so let's run that whole verse together so you can kind of practice along with me here. Right on the verse. 3, 4. Trip, 2, even ho, G, then C7, A7, B to A. Trip, trip to an A chord, ride your wings in an A chord, B, then to A, B. Here we go. Scracked by scattered B, B flat, little minute gone coughs and clears its throat. And you see before you stand, stay on the A chord for a here. Bang, bang, bang. And the tune they play A is an F sharp chord. Back to the intro. Even home, down, to and fro. A7, good. It's the chorus. Chorus is really fun here. F sharp to B. Please leave us here. Again, close our eyes. This time B7 for 2 bars, which takes us into our "Isn't it good to be lost in the wood?" to our bridge. So the chorus is F sharp to B twice. Then lift the pinky for a B7 to E. All right, good. So here's our bridge. On the 4th beat, F, F sharp, G, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, F, F sharp, G. And then Syd goes way low in the voice, so we're going to kind of chill on the guitar part here and not strum as loud. Isn't it good to be lost in the wood? Isn't it bad so quiet there in the wood? G sharp, A to D. This and I thought 3 times. Prickly seeds. Here's a 3rd time. Then F sharp 7. Back to the intro. Laughs at the man on the border. Hey, oh. But this time, instead of going to A7, he goes straight to B to A twice. So the song is kind of through composed, meaning the sections don't repeat super predictably. Chiefy cried, shouting kangaroo. 2nd time B to A to the chorus. Please leave us here. F sharp to B, then B7, then E. For 2 bars. Right? Taking us to our instrumental F sharp jam. Down, up, down, up, down. 1 E and up to E. It's a dotted 8th note pattern. 1 E and up to E. And they jammed for a while. And then finally another chorus. Please leave us here. Close our B to the B7. All right, then we have another verse, and chorus. And the only thing left to cover would just be the very end when Syd jams on an A chord instead of F sharp. That's the outro. So undoubtedly the hard part is the lyrics by far, right? So the chords really fall into place once you kind of hear the melody in your head. So, I kind of didn't harp on the strumming pattern too much or counting everything out because I think we want to honor the lyrics as the guide to this song, right? It's the chords are sort of falling in place behind the melody. So you have the chords and the order, and you just sort of keep that strumming pattern pretty fluid so that it's not too stiff. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if there's any questions, and enjoy. All right, well done, everybody. A nice Syd Barrett song to cover here on Pink Floyd Friday. I imagine we'll do some more. So subscribe, hit the bell icon, and we will see you next lesson. Bye.